Welcome to day number 4. Welcome to day number 7.
Day number 12.
Welcome to Do It Heartily.
So we need to be inclined to understanding. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I'm well on my way. Number 2 here. Once you realize you're not all that, then you need to listen to others. Okay, you need to learn to listen to other people. And again, the more that, just me personally, when I think about these things, there are times in my life where I see these things pop up all the time, and it's caused me to just take pause myself and not be a fool. All right. And I hope that you'll take the same admonition and don't be a fool either. All right. So let's look at this. You'll notice here that the verse, it puts revealing your own mind is put in a negative light. Okay. It's not put in a good way. It's called foolishness. That's what a fool does. So we don't need to always just speak our mind. We need to, next here is we need to learn to incline to have our delight in the understanding of other people. Okay. And I mean, this is what humble people do. They listen to other people. They don't always have to be the one to interject something. And what is that? Because that's pride. All right. Why? Because you think that you are right and you think that your ideas are better than other people's. And that's the way we don't need to live. And again, I catch myself doing this, and I don't need to be this way. And because what is that? That's pride. And pride is foolishness. And I don't want to be that way. And I don't want you guys to be that way. Okay? So you need to first remember, just realize you are not all that. You are not something that's just super special out there. Okay? God's gift to humanity. And you need to listen to other people. And this is going to put us right here with the next point is don't talk too much. Okay? It's almost just another way of saying what we just said, but there's a little more here. Just introductory here, you can't talk if you're listening. So if you're doing the previous point of listening to people, then you're not going to be talking too much, right? You can't talk if you're already listening. So this will take care of itself if you can apply point number 2 there. I read another old commentator. I didn't give the name here, but it's Kyle and Dalish. So there's some German guys, but this is a really old quote, and it's not an exact quote. I had to redo some words because some of the words you probably wouldn't understand what they mean. I had to look them up. Sorry. But anyway, I changed a couple words here. So anyway, this is the sense of what they're saying. The talkativeness of the fool proceeding from self-satisfaction without self-knowledge is being rebuked. So look at what they're saying. A fool is talking a lot. He's expressing what's in his mind. He's revealing everything that's in his mind because he thinks that those things are all important and right. And he's doing that, and that talkativeness is coming from the fact that he has a self-satisfaction about himself. He thinks he's right. He's satisfied with what he's thinking. It's right, so since it's right, I'm going to say it. And but he's doing that without self-knowledge that he is not right and that he does have deficiencies and he does have lackings and shortcomings. So a fool, he does not delight in understanding, but rather just in revealing his own mind. And so what's he doing? He is talking a lot because he has self-satisfaction about himself, but he doesn't even have true self-knowledge about himself and how wrong he is. Got one more, kind of one more thing here just to kind of think about. Are you concerned about the ideas of others, or are you only concerned in pridefully speaking your own mind? Okay, which is what the verse is saying. I got one more quote, and I'm going to bring back my good friend Al here. What does he say again? And really, this really lines up with this verse. The only thing more dangerous than ignorance is arrogance. And it kind of looks like he read Proverbs 18:2 right before he said that. Okay, a fool is arrogant. That's what this verse is saying. Fool is not delight in understanding. He thinks he's already right. He's not inclined and bent toward understanding and realizing his own deficiencies, but only in speaking his own mind. That's arrogance. So the only thing more dangerous than ignorance is arrogance. And I think that's right. So super simple right here, right? You need to realize you're not all that. You need to listen to other people, other wise people. Okay, I didn't say that, but I think that goes without saying. And then number 3, you just don't need to talk too much, right? Just because you think it doesn't mean that you have to say it, or that you have to always say it first. Okay, maybe you just need to hold your tongue and say it a little bit later. Some things to think about. And now, our bonus point, all right? I told you I was going to make some connections between verses 1 and 2, so I'm going to do that real quick, and then we're going to be done. So bonus point, prideful desire. And I think that this really kind of sums up what we've been talking about. And so hopefully this is going to sound a little bit like you already said that, because both verses have this idea intermingled with them. So let's look at verse number 1. He who separates himself seeks his own desires. And we didn't really talk too much about this, but those words, his own, okay? His own desire, what does he do? He quarrels against all sound wisdom. So again, what's he seeking? His desire, her pleasure. That's pride. Look at verse number 2. A fool does not delight in understanding, but only in revealing his own mind. So there it is again. The problem with the fool is that he is a prideful person. She is prideful. How do you think? Do you only think about your pleasures and your thoughts? That is a prideful thing. And we've been hitting on pride a little bit, quite a bit through these, and that's really that's one of the things that ties these two verses together. These two thoughts is the fool's focused on himself, okay, his own thoughts, his own desires. It's all about what he wants and about what he thinks, and nobody else. And then the second connection I want to draw for you. Let's look at it again. He who separates himself seeks his own desire. Okay, we talked about this word. Remember, it means pleasures, or a longing, or a lusting. His desires, and that's all he cares about. Remember, he cares about getting those things and making those pleasures his, getting her desires and making them hers. A fool does not delight. So there's that idea. Now again, that means to be inclined to curve, to bend. So it's not the same Hebrew word, but it is the same type of thought. Okay. The fool's desire in verse 1, his pleasures are things that he is seeking and getting. He is going after those things. And in verse 2, his delight is in revealing his own mind and, saying all the things that he thinks are just great and profound when he does not have that self-knowledge that he needs in order to speak wisely. And so prideful desire, it's all about him. It's all about what she wants. And it goes into what their desires are. Their desires are self-centered. And so if you find that your desires and pleasures are self-centered, chances are you're a fool. Chances are you are prideful. Now that doesn't, okay, let me, kind of say this about that. Obviously, if it's a pleasure for me, it's something that I enjoy. But the point is that those pleasures and those desires in me getting those things involve me stepping over people or ignoring people, separating from people. I don't care about people. I care about me. And that's the problem. That is selfishness and pride. And so a fool has prideful desires. So we don't need to be that way, okay? So these first two verses here are not really hard to understand. And that's the thing about the Proverbs. Most Proverbs are not hard to understand. We just need to take time to understand them. And so I hope that, you come across Proverbs 18, 1 and 2 in the future, you'll at least remember, hey, let me think about these. Oh yeah, I don't need to be a fool, okay? I need to just be careful the way I live my life. And that's the way these are. Again, I love studying the book of Proverbs, and I love studying it this way. And so I hope that this has been a blessing to you, and I hope it's just giving you a little bit of insight and some things to think about. And hope to be with you guys again in person soon. And if not, we'll just keep plowing along this way. But I appreciate you guys, and looking forward to seeing you again. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you later.